Python 3 Development and Distribution Challenges. Suppose I've developed a general-purpose end-user utility written in Python. Previously, I had just one version available which was suitable for Python later than version 2.3 or so. It was sufficient to say, download Python if you need to, then run this script. There was just one version of the script in source control. I'm using Git to keep track of. With Python 3, this is no longer necessarily true. For the foreseeable future, I will need to simultaneously develop two different versions, one suitable for Python 2.x and one suitable for Python 3.x. From a development perspective, I can think of a few options. Maintain two different scripts in the same branch, making improvements to both simultaneously. Maintain two separate branches, and merge common changes back and forth as development proceeds. Maintain just one version of the script, plus check in a patch file that converts the script from one version to the other. When enough changes have been made that the patch no longer applies cleanly, resolve the conflicts and create a new patch. I am currently leaning toward option 3, as the first two would involve a lot of error-prone tedium. But option 3 seems messy and my source control system is supposed to be managing patches for me. For distribution packaging, there are more options to choose from. Offer two different download packages, one suitable for Python 2 and one suitable for Python 3. The user will have to know to download the correct one for whatever version of Python they have. Offer one download package, with two different scripts inside, and then the user has to know to run the correct one. One download package with two version-specific scripts, and a small stub loader that can run in both Python versions, that runs the correct script for the Python version installed. Again, I am currently leaning toward option 3 here, although I haven't tried to develop such a stub loader yet. Any other ideas?
For development, option 3 is too cumbersome. Maintaining two branches is the easiest way, although the way to do that will vary between VCSs. Many DVCS will be happier with separate repos, with a common ancestry to help merging, and centralized VCS will probably easier to work with two branches. Option 1 is possible, but you may miss something to merge and a bit more error-prone IMO. For distribution, I'd use option 3 as well if possible. All three options are valid anyway, and I have seen variations on these models from times to times.
Whichever option for development is chosen, most potential issues could be alleviated with thorough unit testing to ensure that the two versions produce matching output. That said, option 2 seems most natural to me. Applying changes from one source tree to another source tree is a task. Most version control systems were designed for. Why not take advantages of the tools they provide to ease this? For development, it is difficult to say without knowing your audience. Power Python users would probably appreciate not having to download two copies of your software, yet for a more general user base it should probably just work.
I would start by migrating to 2.6, which is very close to Python 3.0. You might even want to wait for 2.7, which will be even closer to Python 3.0. And then, once you have migrated to 2.6 or 2.7, I suggest you simply keep just one version of the script, with things like if py3k, else. In the rare places where it will be mandatory. Of course, it's not the kind of code we developers like to write, but then you don't have to worry about managing multiple scripts or branches or patches or distributions, which will be a nightmare. Whatever you choose, make sure you have thorough tests with 100% code coverage. Good luck!
I don't think I'd take this path at all. It's painful whichever way you look at it. Really, unless there's strong commercial interest in keeping both versions simultaneously, this is more headache than gain. I think it makes more sense to just keep developing for 2.x for now, at least for a few months, up to a year. At some point in time it will be just time to declare on a final, stable version for 2.x and develop the next ones for 3.x+. For example, I won't switch to 3.x until some of the major frameworks go that way, PyQt, Matplotlib, NumPy, and some others. And I don't really mind if at some point they stop 2.x support and just start developing for 3.x, because I'll know that in a short time I'll be able to switch to 3.x too.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.